This is the Sex Talk Workshops question section. All right, now we can go.
Thank you. Alexia?
Yes, so I have Crohn's disease as well. That's a stomach disease, basically inflammation in your stomach lining. Sometimes I have problems with that. I believe that's like an immune thing, right? Immune system thing. You think that could cause outbreaks?
Sure can.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
body is already on overdrive. You
So
know, your body is already on overdrive, trying to keep you healthy and fight your diseases and, keep you sound. So the herpes virus is just, it packs on the work. It puts another thing that it needs to work for. So you might experience more outbreaks than somebody without Crohn. It's Crohn disease, right?
Crohn's, yeah.
Somebody without it, because that person doesn't have, their body's not trying to, live with the Crohn disease as well. So that could be a reason why you experience a lot of outbreaks.
And Alexia, my twin sister actually has Crohn's. And so my father has it. So it's hereditary in our family. And so when she got diagnosed, it was kind of sudden. She had to get basically surgery because of her intestine lining. They found it later. But so she has gone on a journey with herself, learning what foods and, when to eat and how much to eat. So figuring out things that will help keep her Crohn's disease managed to where her symptoms are nominal. So she can live a normal life. She does take medication for it, but she's found the balance on some things that she could do outside of the medication that help keep her Crohn's, kind of attacks or under control as well. So just want to share that with you.
Can I have her Instagram?
Yeah. I will drop that in the chat right now. Okay. She is very active on Instagram. She's adopted a different diet that has helped her, and she's gotten a lot of traction with that. So I'll definitely drop her information in the chat right now for you. So thank you, Alexia. Does anyone else have a question? You can raise your hand here. Pamela, do we have any questions from the chat?
We do, but people have their hands up. Kimberly, I was going to say, Kimberly had her hand up.
Well, first of all, I really appreciate the earlier part of bringing positivity and confidence into the conversation. I disclosed my status on Monday, and it was the first time it actually went really well. And I got off the phone and was just so proud of how I was able to almost do every single thing that you said in that PUSSY thing, but I didn't even I think it's probably just from watching your videos and things that you guys have been doing. But after that, I went online and I started being well, what kind of resource from the CDC or wherever would give some actual facts? But I got to be honest with you, it was pretty scary to see what's online. And probably the biggest fact on CDC was don't have sex with someone that has herpes if you don't want it. And, I've always used protected sex. I am on a suppressive therapy, protected sex in the sense that I've used a condom. And I've used a suppressive therapy, and I've not passed it on to anyone, but it's still one of those things where there's no foolproof thing. And I guess you just have to get to that place with someone who understands that and trusts you. But what else can you add to the conversation that, I don't know, what the likelihood of passing it on to somebody when you're aware? I tried to express that I think the biggest thing to prevent passing it on is just awareness. Mm-hmm. But what do you guys suggest? I know you suggest that, but.
You want me to go or you want to go, Amber?
Go ahead, Shayna.
Okay. That's feeling of wanting to provide a little bit more for your partner is a feeling that your partner shouldn't give you. And if you know for sure that your partner's not giving you that feeling, it's a feeling that you shouldn't give to yourself. So that little bit of awareness on that feeling right there is something to work through, to journal through, and to go through it. Because what I want you, when you go into your disclosure, to have the attitude as herpes just comes with me and
Yeah.
who I am and what the beauty that I bring and my worth.
Yeah.
That's enough to make you walk away from me. You never wanted me for me. You
Yeah.
didn't want to know me. You didn't want to love me. You're not even willing to figure that out.
Yeah.
Herpes is inevitable. It's just gonna happen. You can get it with or without sex. And that's that part that me and Amber's gonna break for us. We're gonna do it. It's happening. It's gonna happen. But if you want to be with me, I don't want to feel like, oh my God, I'm worried about passing it to my partner.
Right.
I don't want to feel like, oh my God, my partner thinks they're taking a risk on me. Baby, I don't want you to feel that way being with me. Just don't be with me. That's fine. Let's be friends. Let's be friends until you maybe get to know me more and it makes you want to learn something and change something just to be with me once you've seen my worth. But
yeah, I agree. I did that to myself because three other people I told before then had a bad reaction, but I also didn't bring my confidence.
You didn't put your pussy on the table. It's all good, Kimberly. It's all good.
It's all right. That's why I got her, because I wasn't bringing my pussy to the table.
Hello.
But that's the perfect part of it, because herpes made me want to do that for myself now. That's something I wasn't doing for myself before the herpes. And now I'm coming with this newfound attitude about myself that the person with the version of me without herpes could never be who I am today, or know my worth and know my value, and had to sort through the reasons why. Why is herpes making me feel this way about me? Why did herpes change my life? This is ridiculous, Shayna. We got to change this narrative for me now, Shayna. This ain't it. So instead of me thinking of all the negative, let me think of all the ways herpes can bless me and has blessed me and is going to bless me. Let me speak some blessings into my life about this herpes virus. That's because it's here with you forever. It's not going nowhere. So accept it. Most of us in the world have it. So if there's a stigma, it's because if it's coming from us.
I love what Shayna said. Kimberly, I'm really happy that your disclosure went well. That's great. I will just basically, the part that I'm going to pull out from what Shayna said is, if you, that feeling, address where it's coming from, because herpes comes with a package of me. I'm not going to worry myself or feel worried that I might pass it on to you. I used to be in that mindset, but I've since broken free of that. And that's just the work I had to do on myself. So just continue to process where that feeling is coming from and seek to get down to the root of that. And if the person that you disclosed to and it went well, y'all continue along, great. If in that discovery that changes something in you, or you realize that it might be coming from an external source, then reevaluate, because no part of you should feel like a person is risking their health or themselves for choosing to be with you, physically or in any capacity. So do that work, because that feeling, just shows that there's still work to be done.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Kimberly, for being here. Really appreciate that. I'm going to mispronounce it.
Chantel.
Chantel. There we go.
Hi, I'm Chantel, and I was diagnosed about 6 months ago, and I am taking the daily suppressant. I take the Valtrex, Valaciclovir, and unfortunately, I've still been suffering. It seems that like every month around like my menstrual cycle, I get like a mild outbreak, or even just the prodrome symptoms. So I've kind of been working with my doctors on like the dosage and maybe possibly switching it up in about a month or so to a different antiviral. But do you have any suggestions as far as like my diet goes and things that I can eat to maybe help lessen those prodrome symptoms that I get every month? Because I definitely don't want to have to deal with this like every month. And it just seems like my body's just kind of so out of whack. And I hope that, it's going to get better. Okay.
You're going to start, everyone is going to start to see how
I'm on a call, please.
Cycle back into body journaling, because we in my journey with myself, I found that I was getting outbreaks right before my menstrual all the time. And I was just like, it's my period. My period triggers outbreaks. Then I went on a journey and I realized that every time, like a week before my period, a week or two before my period, I would go have cravings and I would binge eat, and it started repeating monthly. I would eat the same types of foods monthly. When I decided to sort through the foods, most of those foods were high in arginine. The herpes virus thrives off of the amino acid arginine. So that means every time I was hormonal and my period was coming, I'm craving and I'm binge eating and I'm triggering my own outbreaks, but this whole time I'm thinking it's because of my periods.
I'm doing the same thing, I think, because right around my period time, I crave sweets, you know, and junk food and salty and sweet. And so it's like, okay, but I think I'm causing, you know, more harm than good, because I really need to work on like my diet and eating healthier, and, you know, but it's just hard because I'm like, I don't know what's causing it. Like, I think it's my period, but
yeah,
I mean, I don't know, but it's always around that time of the month, you know, and it's annoying because it's like, I just want to like go, you know, I want to go, you know, a full month without feeling a prodrome symptom, you know, because I feel like it's just been constant ever since my diagnosis. And I'm like, I can't, like, I don't want to have to like deal with this like every single month for the rest of my life.
Let me share something with you. I went 1.5 years without an outbreak because of my prodrome symptoms. Just because I didn't have an outbreak didn't mean that my prodrome symptoms didn't still appear. And when I stopped having outbreaks, my prodrome symptoms got worse. That's the worst part of my virus. My whole right leg goes out. It's like a huge indicator that an outbreak can come or will come. And when it happens for me, I dosing up on, you know, my vitamins and my zinc and the foods and my regimen and what I've created for myself just to boost my immune system. I'm getting my sleep. I'm not doing any of my triggers or anything so that I can fight that outbreak. And that's why I went without an outbreak. Then when I tried to trigger an outbreak again was when I was like, I'm gonna stop doing that when prodrome symptoms appear. And then I bought a bag of peanuts, which is high in arginine, and I tore them peanuts up and I enjoyed every single peanut out of that bag. Like clockwork, an outbreak came.
Yeah, peanuts are a trigger for me.
So
are almonds. I can't eat almonds or peanuts.
Yep, almonds too. And we dive in deeper into that 2 weeks from now during the body journaling workshop on the 24th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chantel. Does anyone else have a question? We have time for a few more. These are so great. Thank you guys for participating.
We did have a question upon what is a dental dam.
That's a good one.
Amber?
I actually pulled up the definition of it so I can read it verbatim, so I wouldn't just be saying what off the top of my head. So it says a dental dam is a thin, flexible piece of latex that protects against direct mouth to genital or mouth to anus contact during oral sex. This reduces your risk for sexually transmitted infections while still allowing for clitoral or anal stimulation. So it's a thin piece of latex that you basically place on your genital area, and it allows the person to use their tongue, or your anus area. It allows the person to use their tongue to stimulate without making that direct skin to skin, mouth to skin contact. So you can still enjoy, oral sex in that way. So that's what dental dams are. You can actually get them on our website. If you go to www.herpescanever.com, we have a safe sex tab, and you can click there and get a link to try and order you a dental dam. So Shayna, you want to add anything to that?
No, queen.
Okay. Any more questions?
And there was one more question. It was where to start my self-care journey.
Where you to self-care journey as your self-love journey or your self well, self-care is a part of self-love, but you mean like as far as emotional healing goes, or reconnecting with your vagina goes, or which way?
I can go in a little bit deeper with that because that was my question.
Okay.
I guess it's more so like, where do you start, I guess, spiritually, and then also mentally? Because like for me, for instance, like everything you guys have been saying on this this meeting, like has been spot on to things I've been feeling, and I've been becoming more aware of it as of late. But because it's so much at one time, I'm just like, where do I start first? You know what I mean? Like I've been doing some journaling here, you know what I mean? Not a lot, but I've just been doing some journaling and I don't know, I just noticed that that's what it is, you know? So.
Amber?
Thank you, Akila, for that question. Well, what I would say for me, I did start spiritually because I knew it had to be, in order for me to get to this acceptance, I had to realize that this was a part of the plan for me. I had to let go of saying that I did this to myself. I had to let go of, you know, the fact of like my life was my own. Like herpes was put in my path for a reason. If I believe, I'm a Christian, so my faith is I believe that God, you know, makes no mistakes for my life. Everything that he allowed to happen was to teach me something. What is this supposed to teach me? So I had to get reconnected to him. So I started spiritually, and it's with the devotional that I put in the chat. It was the 90 days with a God who speaks. It was the awaken journal, 90 days with the God who speaks. And it was just a journal prompt that I did, that I made a priority every single morning. So that's what I started every single day doing, and gave me some time to reflect and to build my relationship back up with my faith, so I could really believe that this was happened for me and not to me. I had to get that in my mind here. I had to lock it in order to make that mindset shift. Then I also was super intentional about doing, falling asleep at night, listening to something that was going to like set into my subconscious positively. So whether I listened to positive affirmations while I fell asleep, that just began to program itself into my subconscious. So I was intentional about making my devotional a priority. And I was also intentional about what I was feeding myself as I was falling off to sleep, so that it would help do some of the work, undo some of the work, the damage that was done on the inside. So that's why I personally started. Shayna?
It starts with a commitment. First of all, it starts at awareness. So you already started your healing journey. Congratulations to you. That's a big brag. Proud of you. Because some people don't even have that awareness to know that they gotta heal. I was that person. You was just that person. And then someone said something and it clicked. So you already started your healing journey. 2, after the awareness is acceptance. All right, I gotta accept this. I accept all the beauty in myself, but you got to accept all the ugly in yourself too, in order to get rid of it, in order to change it, in order to switch that narrative for yourself. So 2, acceptance. 3, forgive yourself. I am sorry that I lacked self-love then. That's what I say. I take accountability for everything that I felt somebody's wronged me, or if I failed in the past. It's all on me because I lacked self-love then. And now today, now that I know myself, I decide to choose something different. And that's why I tell everybody I met myself in 2017, because the last step is a commitment to yourself. Choose one thing that you want to make sure that you do for you every single day. Do not spend 24 hours of your day giving yourself to everyone else but you. Whether it's waking up early, or going to sleep on time, or journaling in your book every day, or making sure you go in the mirror and telling yourself you look beautiful. Make one commitment. That one commitment is going to change your life, because you're going to be addicted to loving on you. You're going to want more for you. You're going to want to do more for you. It's going to feel good because now you're finally experiencing love for the one person you've been running for forever, you. So if you want to start that journey, what I say? It's awareness, acceptance, self-forgiveness, and then a commitment.
Love all of those. Definitely. If you commit to one thing every day and do that thing every day, you will be like, start to become proud of yourself and like, oh, like you'll be surprised about how you can keep your own word, which will become an addicting thing that you will want to keep doing, showing up for yourself, being proud of yourself. Thank you, Akilah. That was amazing. It is our time. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. I love you all to pieces. This was wonderful. This was our very first workshop, and you guys were a part of it. You're officially a part of our Herpes Can Never history that we made today. I hope that you learned something today. Be checking your emails. We are going to follow up with a survey, and that we would love for you all to take time to fill it out. We appreciate your feedback. We need your feedback to continue to improve and give you the things that you need to help you along your healing journey. The replay, like Shana and I said, will be available. We won't have it, this second, but we will get it to you. We promise you will receive that via email as well. And also it will be over on our Patreon. If you are not a part of our Patreon community, I highly recommend that you join. There are 3 levels of support, and you can get to our Patreon by going to the link of myself or Shayna's Instagram handles, or on the Herpes Can Never Instagram. We have our own Instagram handle there, but our Patreon community, we do this work on a weekly basis, and we're making so many strides over there, and people are joining our Patreon every single day. And we would love to have you a part of that community as well. If you have already got the package, we will see you in a few weeks for our second edition. We'll also be back here tonight at 7. If you wanted to check back in, you're more than welcome to come back. We might have some new faces for that second session, but just check for us all over the internet. We are here, and we are so honored that you guys are showing up for yourselves and supporting us in the process. And we're so grateful. And I want to say that this is Watch Amber, the Confidence Queen, and Herpes Could Never. I'm going to pass it along to Shana to close us out today. And you all be blessed and have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. Again, Patreon, we are healing. We heal every Tuesday and every Friday. Tuesdays is strictly for healing and your growth with herpes. And then Fridays is for self and sex care and reconnecting with our yonis. Just for those of you uncomfortable with the P word. No, but Fridays is all about reconnecting with your yonis. We spend an hour, 2 hours out of every single week just to heal, just to get you through, just so you can break the stigma with yourself. And lots of information's on there. We have videos. We have all access to all our workshops will be on there. 3rd tier members have a free seat to every single workshop going on to the future. This will be the only time we have a sex talk workshop. So I'm so glad that you guys are here. The only time anyone else can access this your workshop will be through the Patreon method. Every month we will have 2 new workshops with you regarding healing with herpes. I thank you all. I'm proud of you all. You showed up for yourself. So you already are aware. You already accept it. And you're starting to forgive yourself. You made a commitment today, though, to be here and to do something. And a lot of people, and I was one of those people, are not even dealing with their herpes yet. They're not even telling themselves they got herpes yet. They just completely blocked it out. So you're so far along, and I thank you and I appreciate you. And I just want everyone to remember that herpes could never, ever, 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 ever. Amber, I hear you, but I don't hear you though. Like
ever. All right, y'all.